Welcome back to Mindset Monday. I'm Gene Zanetti, your coast-to-coast mindset coach from Wrestling Mindset, bringing you great wrestling-specific mindset information. Came to mind today, I thought about a lot of conversations I have with wrestlers about should they be going freestyle in the off-season, the quote-unquote off-season. I saw a really cool wrestling meme before where it shows, who's the guy from The Matrix? Morpheus. And he goes, what if I were to tell you there is no off-season? Real serious face. Pretty funny. But nonetheless, in the off-season, should we be doing freestyle and Greco-Roman? You know, back in high school, I didn't go Greco because I thought, well, it's going to get me out of my stance and it's not as similar to wrestling. But when you think about it, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense because maybe that is true, maybe I'm out of my stance, but changing those particulars, like of the sport of wrestling, that's one of the key ways you improve your coordination. Like in practice in college, when Zeke Jones is our coach, he would have us do Greco-Roman some days. He'd have us do freestyle. He'd have us do sumo wrestling. He'd have us do all different variations of wrestling just so we'd get a different feel and you learn how to use your body better. Okay? And freestyle in particular, a lot of people have that question. Now freestyle is very similar to scholastic wrestling. Right? Greco might be very different, sumo might be very different, but as far as freestyle, that's pretty darn similar, right? So when wrestlers ask, do you think I should go to Fargo? Do you think I should, be wrestling freestyle, or should I go scholastic the whole off season? The answer is both. You do both, right? You can always practice top bottom. You do want to be practicing top bottom even when you're training for freestyle Greco. But you look at freestyle, the thing I always go back to is my picture back when I wrestled in high school, and I was on Team New Jersey in Fargo, and I asked, they say, oh, should I go freestyle? I send them over the picture, and I say, well, what do you think? And there's Steve Mocco, two-time NCAA champ. Matt Valeni, two-time NCAA champ. Zach Esposito, NCAA champ. Mark Perry, two-time NCAA champ. All Americans, national qualifiers, all over. Kurt Backus, national finalist. I mean, it's just loaded. Look, Matt Valeni, if I didn't say him already, my teammate at University of Pennsylvania, just loaded with top quality wrestlers that all wrestled freestyle. So I send them that picture and I say, well, what do you think? Look at that picture. What do you think? Do you think you should go freestyle, or do you think maybe you should just only do scholastic? To me, that gives you a lot of information. Yes, work on your top bottom. Continue to train top bottom even when you're doing freestyle, right? Practice your scholastic top bottom so you don't lose that and so you keep making progress. But it's very important to make sure you're doing freestyle. Very important to be doing Greco. I should have done that. That would have been better. Personal account, me, my brother Jeff, my brother Greg, playing like a champion today. Looks like he didn't want to stay up. But the personal account, I can tell you, me, Jeff, and Greg, we all took top 3 in the state of New Jersey. We all wound up wrestling in college. Guess who was the best? Greg. And guess who's the only one who ever did Greco? Greg. All right? I'm not making a plug here for Greco, even though I think you should be doing that also. The key is, he was getting different feels. He was getting better at wrestling. And what eventually happens, you become a better, overall, more balanced, more coordinated wrestler. So that's always my recommendation. Do Greco, do freestyle, practice doing some sumo. There was a game that we did also with Pavel Pinnigan, 3-time world champ, 1-time Olympic champ for the Soviet Union back in the 70s. And he would have us, they said there was a game in Russia where, if their hands touch the ground, or if their face touches the ground, get snapped or whatever, their hands, their face, or any part of their body touches the ground, that's a loss for that person. So it was kind of like a sumo, but it was more like get their hand to touch the ground, get their leg to touch the ground, get their face to touch the ground. So anything you do like that is going to help improve your coordination. Coordination is very important in wrestling, really gets your mat sense down. So freestyle Greco, I recommend it. For all you out in Fargo, go get them, have a great tournament, make sure you learn a lot. Technically and mentally. Always come back with at least 3 things you've learned from each performance. 3 things that you can improve on, 3 things you did well. Keep it nice and balanced. Have a great day. And remember, play like a champion today. Good thing that didn't hit me in the head. That would have been painful. We'll see you later.